Hello everyone, Speedy Hedgehog Live here with a new video. Today, this is part 2 of me building a brand new city. In this video, I'm going to be finishing off the mansion I was building in the last video. And that will be it. So yeah, a new live stream of me building something brand new will be coming tomorrow, so yeah, let's finish off this mansion.
All we have to do is place a row of quartz stairs that come up equal to the birch planks that we placed earlier. So eventually you want to raise the stairs, perfect, you want to raise the stairs high enough that you can connect them to the birch, and then that way you will gain access to the second floor. There's actually no other way to gain access to the second floor than these stairs, the way, unless you change the structure of the house, which you're more than welcome to, but I designed it that way. What else do we want to do? Well, we have to now that you will notice, by the way, that this quartz slab area connects to something, we're going to make the little room here. So this room, we want to place black concrete inwards from this row of quartz, and we want to extend the black concrete to the left by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And then you want to extend back until it connects to the black concrete next to the stairs. The black concrete is going to be extended up as high as the quartz slab surrounding it, like so, and that gives us this shape. We're going to place a birch door here, one row away from the black concrete here, and then we can have a double glass pane window, which looks quite nice. I'm going to place some hedge directly to the left of this area, like so. And I'm going to connect the birchwood planks in the ground towards where the quartz stairs are. So, here and here, like that. I'm also going to place a double row of birch planks extending from this pathway to this single doorway area. And you can even place like a row of black concrete like around this path, leading from the side to the front, like this. And then you can fill this area in with like leaves or flowers or any extra decorative. I'll be doing a lot more of that later on once I actually have some flowers, because you of course can't place it on the concrete. I would highly recommend placing either black concrete or some sort of other flooring material extending from the balcony area inwards. So you could say just extend black concrete here inwards, just the first part, and then you can fill the remaining area in with whatever. So, like, you don't have to have the inside be the same. You can use either quartz or birch or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But the important part is that this is the top of this roof. We want to extend this quartz block area to the left. We want to place 2 quartz stairs. We want to place 3 blocks of quartz from the front of the ground next to the stairs. We then want to place quartz slabs extending to the left from the top of the quartz blocks. And then we want to extend the quartz stairs upwards. We want to place 2 diagonal rows extending in, like this. And then we want to place... It's kind of tricky, so we want to use some quartz block next to these stairs to kind of frame them in. This little part here, this is going to be black concrete. This will serve 2 purposes. So number 1, we're going to have a door directly sticking to the stairs on the right, which allows us to have a window right here. That looks really cool. We want to have some glass pane hanging around the top of the quartz area, and then I would recommend filling the rest of this part in using some birch planks, because that creates a contrast. We've got black, we've got white, those contrast so well against each other, like I don't think that there's a better contrast in existence. And then we've got some birch as well, but we've also got some blue glass. So we managed to really use all of our materials. And we can even give ourselves access here to the like little upper garden part that we've created, so we can give ourselves access there. And now you can kind of see how this entire area works. So like you've got an entrance down here, which gives you like ground level access, or you can come up these stairs and come down around this balcony. That gives you also access to this area. We've got a couple of windows on the side. There's no other way to get into this particular part of the building. And that's actually a huge part of the structure of the house complete, ladies and gentlemen. The next and potentially last thing that we have to do before we start pruning different parts of the build, making it just look nice and stuff like that, we have to dig out a large amount of this area right here. A large amount of this area. It might actually be easier for us to dig out 1, 2, 3. How many rows is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. It might be better for us to dig out this entire area here, all of this grass part. I think it would be better for us to dig 4 entire rows out of this area and simply work around it, because so much of it has to be dug out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So this is what it will look like.
I'm gonna dig all this out, guys, so as you can tell I'm currently doing that right now. Also, once I've finished this this video, I'm gonna be working on a brand new video for my other channel, Speedy Hedgehog. It's gonna be about the Inside Out 2 movie, so I'm really excited to start working on that video, because there's a lot to edit. Well, I gotta make the video, so that's not the only video that's coming. I'm also making a Garfield movie video, the new movie starring Chris Pratt's Garfield. So yeah, I accidentally spilt the tea there, but yeah, I have just announced 2 new videos, maybe they should be released by December, or maybe this month, maybe near the end of this month. So yeah, get excited. Those videos should be out sometime this month or maybe next month. The Inside Out 2 video might be out this month. It depends on how long it takes me to edit the video. And yeah, so get excited, as I will be making videos about Inside Out 2 and the new Garfield movie that's coming out next year. So yeah. Okay, I think I've dug out all that. I need to replace some blocks that I've destroyed. Look, I actually got the bedrock block. Yeah, I got bedrock. Bedrock. Okay, I'm gonna grab back the quartz. Why do I have an egg? Dirt. Get rid of bedrock.
And once the entire area has been dug out, now that'll take a little while. You've got to dig 4 rows down. I'd highly recommend also digging out just where the entrance walkway is and underneath this row of black concrete too. But what I would also do on top of that is I would dig out these walls as well, and I would replace these walls with either black concrete or some sort of other material, because of course we don't want to have dirt walls surrounding us. Some sort of other material, because of course we don't want to have dirt walls surrounding us. But not only am I going to do those things as well, but I'm also going to refloor the 4th level. So where we dug 4 rows down, the 4th block down, I'm going to turn into quartz block as well. So I'm going to redo the walls, I'm going to redo the floor, and once that has all been done, ladies and gentlemen, it will make a massive difference, and it will give us a good foundation to build the rest of the house. So this is what the entire area will look like.
I have to do that now, so guys, yeah.
Like once it's been dug out. Refloored and rewalled. It's a really cool looking area. This sets us up for the next phase of the build, because this is a very, very important part of the build, and we've got a lot of cool things to do. So once you have reached this point for yourself, we are going to first of all divide this area up. The way that we're going to do it is on the front of the build, we've got a load of black concrete, haven't we, sandwiched in between quartz stairs. This black concrete here wants to join to this walkway that we have here. You can even mark it out a bit by placing some blue stained glass paint on top and placing a black concrete on the end. So a little bit like this. That looks pretty good, right? So this divides this area. And what we also want to do is we want to give ourselves a glass roof to this area on the left. So you want to have 2 rows gap between you and the glass, of course, because you want to be able to walk around underneath it. But this is actually going to be a see-through pool, and underneath here you can kind of have anything that you want. I mean, I have chosen to place like a little bit of a bar/room area, but this is how the place is divided up. So here is where a giant pool is going to be. And you can raise up all of these black concretes in between the quartz stairs, and you can actually place some glass pane as well, because that highlights the area, and it also makes it so that you can't just like hop the fence, so to speak. So you can turn this area into this, which will then allow you to make it so that you can't just like hop the fence, so to speak. So you can turn this area into this, which will then allow you to place, by the way, now that we've placed that row of black, that will then allow you to place black concrete here and create a wall like this. Just like that. And now we've got some more free space, haven't we? So I'm going to join this wall down to the ground here, where we placed the blue glass inwards earlier. And you can join this wall down to the ground, like so. Now, this is a staircase area, so here specifically we want to be able to like walk up, and you can use quartz stairs, or how high do we have to be? So we actually have to be, I'm going to extend these quartz blocks outwards so that I actually know how high we've got to extend the stairs out. So these stairs actually have to be a bit higher, which means we just have to change the glass that we have here. Unless, or we could actually leave it like that, and then we can connect these stairs forwards like this. And this is exactly how... It's all around us. We need to look for. As I mentioned, this is exactly how you get up to the main entrance. So that gives you some perspective there. We want to have a staircase that leads us down onto this part here, which is just, of course, just next to us. And we want to kind of like create a black concrete road just to the just next to this staircase. And we can raise up this black concrete here too, and we can put some glass pane next to it. So you can see how this all naturally forms together, right? And we're actually going to place like a double row of bushes, just extending outwards from the upside down stairs, which means that we then want to accommodate those bushes by placing some black concrete around the base of them. So that also gives further shape to what we've just made. If you like, you can place something underneath the bushes, so either more, but you can build up more layers of bushes, or this would actually be like a good spot for a little hidden room or something like that. But you'll probably want to place something underneath the bushes to give it that full look. So there we go. That looks better than what we had before. So now, obviously, the point of this is that we can walk from this walkway up to here. That leads us into the house above. What does that mean for this area? Well, this area, I like the idea of having a raised garden. And the raised garden, we're just going to have a row of quartz slabs here. And we're going to need something that you don't really usually have access to, which is going to be grass blocks. So, or, you know, dirt or whatever you have access to. So I'm going to have a row of grass, and I'll tell you what, we actually missed out on one material as well. We could do with sea lanterns because they provide a bit of a light. Sea lanterns behind the grass, and then we want to raise up behind the sea lanterns another row of grass. We want to place some quartz slab in front of it so that it kind of dampens the sea lanterns a little bit. And then we're able to place sea lanterns behind the next level of grass like this. And then grass behind the sea lanterns, up and behind it, and then you can place quartz slabs above the sea lanterns. So kind of like a raised flower bed sort of area. And then we won't really need that much grass again, I don't think. So I'm just going to grab, no, not oak leaves. I want some flowers. So then you can place some flowers of any kind here as a decoration, like this. And it's just like a nice part of the house. Like we're blending some colour into some modern. Of course, you can use that little crevice as any number of other things too. You can even modify this area as well to include a little bit more glass. So, like where we have all of this black concrete, you can add in a little bit more glass if you like. I think that looks kind of cool. It also exposes the staircase, which I just like. The pool area, as I mentioned, it's a pool area. So I'll tell you what. Let me chuck the birch planks away for a sec, and let me grab the water bucket. And this just has to be completely watered out. And we don't want to have any. There we go. We don't want to have any gaps or anything like that. It doesn't want to flow, and then that just looks quite cool. There's actually only one small feature that we're missing to make this house complete, and the one small feature is the fact, you might not have thought about this, how do you get underneath this pool area? You might not have thought about it, but right here, parallel to this staircase that you would gain access to the front of the house with, I'm going to knock out a double block gap, and I want to create what would you call it? I want to create a hallway that just runs along the inside of this black concrete wall. And this hallway will eventually, if you keep digging it out, I promise you, eventually, right? I promise, but I'm not sure if I'm correct. Eventually, we will be able to gain, okay, a little bit further away. We can gain access to the underpart of the pool. So you basically just want to dig your way into this. There's a vast variety of ways that you can do it. So you can add, like, say, a top here, and maybe it's kind of like a bendy hallway, so to speak. It doesn't really matter how you get underneath the pool, as long as you hear and maybe like. Maybe it's kind of like a bendy hallway, so to speak. It doesn't really matter how you get underneath the pool, as long as you do. If that hallway, so to speak. It doesn't really matter how you get underneath the pool, as long as you do. If that makes sense. And you can make as much room under here as you like. But I kind of want mine to be streamlined, like as long as you do. If that makes sense. And you can make as much room under here as you like. But I kind of want mine to be streamlined. Like, I only want there to be like a 2-block gap to kind of like walk through, because I want it to feel secret. I don't want it to feel too wide and open, this walkway, because despite the fact it's just down here next to the entrance, I want it to feel secretive, so like it twists and turns in such a way, and it's black concrete here too. It twists and turns in such a way that like when you find this part, you should be quite happy because it's quite a cool part of the house. And we've refloored it, and of course you want to re-wall it too, and you want to re-ceiling it. I would keep it dark. I would keep it quite dark. Not so dark that you can't see, of course, but I would keep it very, very dark in that, again, it's meant to be a secretive sort of place. It's meant to be an interesting feature of the house. It doesn't matter that we're knocking into the floor of the house here, by the way, because there's actually a raised floor inside the house, which I'll just point out once I have. Oh, I've goofed there. Which I'll just point out in a second. It's actually hard for me to see the black. So here. So now you'll be able to see that we've got like a nice encased hallway around this corner, and then you're underneath, which is a really, really cool feeling. And you can either, you could leave it like that because it's almost a little bit, we'll just point out to the floor of the house, we'll just point out in a second. There we go. It's actually hard for me to see the black. So here, side the house. And we've refloored it, that like when you find this part, you should be quite happy because it's quite a cool part of the house. And we've refloored it, and of course you want to re-wall it too, and you want to re-ceiling it, that like when you find this part, you should be quite happy because it's quite a cool part of the house. And we've refloored it, and of course you want to re-wall it too, and you'll just point out in a second corner, and then you're underneath, which is a really, really cool feeling. And you can either, you could leave it like that because it's almost a little bit, is it harder to see, or you can point that out using some doors. So like you could do it either way, couldn't you really? But you could have doors, or you could actually have, or you could see. When it comes to the outside part of the house, there's not really anything to decorate outside except for the fact that this area just has to be grass blocked, and then I place some poppies around. But honestly, in like terms of decoration and stuff, the house is actually pretty much done. It's an entire empty palace for you guys to decorate exactly how you would like. So, just make sure that there's no gaps in the house. Make sure that there's nothing weird out here, whoops, when I use grass here. Make sure that there's no gaps, make sure there's no holes. But honestly, this is the house pretty much done. The only thing that I do want to show you in regards to this is if we come all the way into the main entrance, you'll notice that you drop straight down. So it's up to you how you want to tackle this. I made it so that my floor was simply level to where these stairs take you in. And then that gives you the opportunity to, say, like, walk down into this part of the house. And it gives you the opportunity to walk down into different parts of the house. So I would simply make my main floor here, and then you can make it all different levels. But that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys. And now that we have kind of like completed all of that, there's nothing more. That's it. So this is what your ultimate modern house will look like once it has been 100% fully completed, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright guys, so finished the mansion. I'm gonna integrate the mansion off camera, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe, turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss a video from me. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.